Now let's get into our understanding section, where we'll focus on composing and decomposing shapes. There are a lot of standards here that help us think about what should be important in this section. Let's go ahead and see what the standards are from pre-K through grade 2. So in preschool, we ask students to create shapes by building and drawing and put together several shapes to make pictures. This is early composing and probably decomposing of shapes. In kindergarten, students are expected to analyze and compare 2- and 3-dimensional shapes and talk about using informal language to describe their similarities, differences, and parts. So in kindergarten, students are going to model shapes by building shapes from components and drawing shapes, and then compose simple shapes to form larger shapes. As we move into first grade, students are expected to compose 2-dimensional shapes and 3-dimensional figures and create composite shapes, so that's a lot of composing. Also at grade 1, students are expected to partition circles and rectangles into 2 and 4 equal shares and describe those using some early fractional language. There is a note that fraction notation isn't really expected here, but this is laying the groundwork for later division and fractions. As we move into grade 2, students are expected to partition a rectangle into rows and columns, and then students are also expected to partition into 2, 3, or 4 equal shares. Lots of standards related to this composing and decomposing of shapes. I'd like you to get out your standards document and review those standards, and then answer these questions here. What prerequisite skills are necessary for students to be successful with this content? And then what proceeding skills will build upon these standards?